Hello everybody, my name is Waldo Arias. I am 22 years old, a junior at FIU, and I'm an intern graphic designer for FIU CAPS, aka the Counseling and Psychological Services, which by the way, follow us in social media and you can reach out to our offices, link in the description and at the end of the video.
So, as we all know, we are facing a pandemic from the coronavirus, and some people aren't handling it well. Me, I'm not having a hard time at all. I have a big back catalog of games that I want to put more time into, though I keep playing the same games because of the paradox of choice. And today I will be giving you my top 5 recommendations of games that you can try out to keep you busy and engaged. I hope you will have fun with these games, because I know I definitely did. But first, a few words. I know it sounds biased coming from me, but trust me when I say that video games can be beneficial. The media portrays that video games are violent and that it can mess you up and make you into a vicious killer. But studies have shown and proven otherwise. Several studies go into detail on how video games can help with working memory, critical thinking skills, reflex reaction times, and can be, well, educational. Generally, any extreme influence has on behavior only happens if you have underlying mental illnesses or have troubles separating fantasy from reality. Problems like this aren't really a thing only for video games, but with other forms of media as well, even books. Anyways, I could make an entire video about the subject, but that's a video for a different day. Let's talk about video games. Keep in mind that the games I will be talking about vary from the number of players to their availability on different platforms. If you want more recommendations, let us know and we could do a follow-up video, or feel free to open it up for discussion. Who knows, you might make a new hobby out of it and gain new friends. The first one on the list is a very cutesy game with lots of charm called Hat in Time. This game is often referred as a combination and a spiritual successor to tons of old games like the 3D Super Mario games, the visual style of Wind Waker, the constant collection of items from Banjo and Kazooie, and many more. You play as a girl traveling through space whose adventure comes to a pause as her ship's fuel runs out. You must now stitch hats to go around strange worlds and odd places to find all the lost time pieces and fuel her ship back to life onto another adventure. You'll love how you get some upgrades and materials that give you more abilities as you go along. Green orbs, called pawns, also serve as currency to give you badges that allow you to access more abilities and modifiers. Unlike other spiritual successors that try and copy a game that it's based on, you could pinpoint its influences, yet it manages to be unique and its own style. With the addition of Yakuza Metro, you are able to play with your friends or strangers, and in the case of the PC version with the Steam Workshop feature, you can have endless fun with maps and various mods that the community has made. First of all, I would like to say the soundtrack for this game is killer. Next up, a more mature game, but don't get it wrong, it has its own Japanese silliness. This one I recently got into, but I really love. Yakuza 0 is a prequel to the first game, so this is where the story starts. In Yakuza 0, you play as both Kiryu and Majima, who are both involved in the Japanese mafia. This game takes you in two semi-fictional cities called Kamurocho and Sotenbori, though they are semi-fictional since they take inspiration from actual cities in Japan. The graphics on this game are amazing and allows you to immerse yourself in the beautiful scenery of 80s Japan during the economic bubble. The cities are relatively interactive, though not as open world as the GTA series. Honestly, I preferred that it wasn't so big. It makes you feel more connected to the city and its residents. You have a main storyline to follow, plus a bunch of side quests from people you interact with. It's also very immersive. You're free to enjoy yourself in different restaurants, shops, convenience stores, and other city hotspots that not only help you feel of what life is like in the 80s Japan, but also help restore your health, upgrade your abilities, and entertain you in the form of minigames. Honestly, the best way I can describe this game is with this clip that I found on YouTube. Up next is a focus on a set of games that could be played using a feature from Steam, a gaming platform. Steam's new remote play feature allows you to play games as a friend hosts it for you. I won't go much into detail about this, but there are plenty of videos on YouTube to further explain and show you how Steam Remote Play works, including network requirements and setup as well as mechanics. You can play from the comfort of your own home or sharing games with your friends that you already have through Steam Remote Play. Enjoy various multiplayer games like Gang Beasts, Castle Crashers, and Move or Die, to name a few, that you can do together without requiring both of you to have purchased the same games. Just keep in mind not to have many things running at the same time, as this feature may require most of your internet connection. Next up, it's a classic. You probably heard of a small indie game called, Minecraft. A game that can allow you to be super creative and is filled with endless possibilities. This is an excellent game to play with your friends over a party chat of your choice and has been known worldwide as a huge success. Don't just take it from me. Take it from the overall rating on Metacritic, a game review site that gave it a solid 93%. I'd be surprised if you never even heard of it. But if you're a caveman who has stumbled upon this video, let me give you a gist of it. You and your friends embark on an epic journey of survival. That is, if you're playing a survival mode. If you look more into building cool structures, art pieces, or just exploring engineering projects, then you fit more into creative mode.
If you're one of these amazingly talented people, you can make an actual working computer or something even better. It's astounding the amount of stuff you can do in Minecraft, regardless of which mode you choose.
All these games have subtle psychological aspects to them. They aren't entirely psychologically heavy. The next game we will talk about, however, is one that is deeply psychological both in gameplay and in story. Soma is a psychological horror game that sends you venturing through an apocalyptic world as Simon Jarrett, a patient of brain damage after an unfortunate car accident. He was chosen to be subject to an experimental cure, but wakes up to find himself having to fight or hide from strange creatures, and grabbing notes and clues to uncover the truth of this new world. Soma utilizes subtle horror that builds up through the gradual storytelling per chapter. The game gives you the opportunity to make decisions that raise moral and ethical dilemmas, making you doubt the foundations of what is conventionally wrong and right. The world is very immersive, with a gripping storyline that is sure to leave you a lasting impression on you. I hope you give these considerations a try, and keep in mind there's plenty of other games to play and try out. Anyways, happy gaming.